we haven't really been like we were on Bush. You know, every time he did something, we was like, "Fuck
What?
you."
Yeah, for real. We were heavy on Bush. We
But
were
some
heavy
people,
on Clinton.
there's people who say that we're in the worst state now than we were 8 years ago.
I think we are. I definitely believe we are. I think that we're regressing back to the 60s.
Right.
As far as the treatment. If you watch TV, if you watch the news, you see it. You be like, damn, this is like the 60s. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy out here. But at the same time, we gotta, this is one thing I hate that people do. And I'm about to go on to the whole slavery stuff. Like, a lot of people look at slavery and look at it as a form of weakness. Like, we come from a place of weakness. But people don't really realize that we came before slavery, right?
Right.
You know, we came before slavery. We came before just Africa. We originators, right?
Right.
And our ancestors got us to where we are. So we can't dismiss our ancestors that were captured and forced into bondage and were treated as animals. You know what I'm saying? Treated as property, treated as a sofa, treated as a chair. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Their resolve and their resilience to go through that pain, that visceral brutality, to get us to where me and you can speak here today. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't see that as weakness. And I think a lot of black people, when they hear about slavery, they think it's weakness. No, we need to hold on to that same restraint, that same resolve, that same strength that they had, but take it a step further. Now that we have more knowledge, have more capabilities, we had a lot more capabilities than they had back in the day from during slavery. I'm talking about during slavery time. I ain't talking about beforehand.
Right.
Slavery, we have a lot more and a lot more knowledge from before then. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing that we can't do. It's really nothing we can't do. The problem is that like I said, you gotta get Joy DeGruy post-traumatic slave syndrome. She breaks it down.
I gotta check that out, Corey. You've been shouting out that book for the past damn.
Since I got the damn
right,
book.
since you got the book, you've been shouting out that book.
Man, she talks about learned helplessness. The same thing they do to elephants. Like, they chain the elephant and they'll shot the elephant every time he do
Boyce
something.
Watkins must have gotten that book too.
Huh?
Boyce Watkins talks like he read that book.
He definitely read that book. I know he definitely. Boyce Watkins read that book. Umar Johnson read that book. Tariq Nasheed had her on Hidden Colors, because that's how I found out about her. She talks about the stuff from the book. He read that book. That book came out, like, when she wrote it back in 2003.
Oh, wow.
That's how old this book is. There's another book that everybody needs to check out. It's ISIS Papers. I haven't necessarily read it yet, but I'm definitely going to read it very soon. Dr. Francis Wessling, the ISIS Papers. But at the same time, everybody need to pick up post-traumatic slave syndrome, because like I was saying with the learned helplessness, like, you got an elephant chained to a just chain. It's an elephant. An elephant can break that chain and just walk off.
Right.
You know
It's an elephant.
But they beat and torture that elephant so bad to the point where he don't want to move. If he moved, he think he's going to get hit again. That's what black people are right now.
Right. It's like it's mental slavery.
It's like we're in slavery from the mind, and it's psychological. And this is the thing: we seen, like, for instance, if we was living back in 1835, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we see our mama or dad get lynched, not lynched, but beaten. Mom get raped. Little sister got thrown into a swamp and got eaten by an alligator. Actually seeing these things, right? We literally seeing these things. And after slavery, we didn't get treated for it. Think about it. That traumatized people, right? You would be traumatized by seeing some shit like that. Hell, I'm traumatized for seeing Philando Castile getting shot, Tamir Rice. I mean, I'm traumatized
Right.
So then think about having to go through that, and then your mom reacting from that trauma, because we had post-traumatic with PTSD. I can't. I don't know what the S stand for, but PTSD. When you have PTSD, you react a certain way. You become loud. You become angry. You become
stress. I think isn't it stress?
Yeah. Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
Post-traumatic stress disorder. You just become loud. You become angry. You have bursts of fear, bursts of shortened life.
Is that how black people are?
Huh?
Are you saying that's how black people are?
It's naturally in our DNA because they passed down from our families. It became what we call culture. Well, things that we call culture is really poison. It's poison from the sleep.
Is that what Judge DeGrew says?
Man, you gotta read the book. It goes deep in it, man.
Really?
Yes.
She got an Audible book?
She might. She definitely
I'm look at her up on YouTube.
Man, like, that's really what you need to do. If you don't want to read the book, just look her up on YouTube. I'm gonna send you a link, man. I'm gonna send you a link. Now, her lectures be really long. They be about an hour or something. Like, her first lecture is like 2 hours long. Like, she did a whole movie based off of it. There's a whole lecture, documentary movie that you can get when you get the book. But it's all on YouTube. Y'all need to check it out. Joy DeGrew, Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. Like, this is stuff that we still hold on today. Things like we do not see. We have been traumatized from slavery and have passed down through generationally in generation. And the thing is, we never got treated for it. So after we got out of slavery, didn't get no treatment. Then we went through what they call sharecropping.
Yeah.
During sharecropping, they was lynching black folks left and right. KKK was terrorizing black folks. That's more trauma. Didn't get treated for it. Then, on top of that, Jim Crow came. More trauma. After Jim Crow, the crack epidemic. More trauma. After crack epidemic, police killings. More trauma. We're still not getting treated for it. Not for trauma. Black people do not believe in going to see a psychiatrist. Like, that's the thing, man. We really, really, truly are impacted by trauma, and nobody want to talk about that part, what we have to do before we can think about boycotting and try to build our villages back together.
Well, maybe there needs to be some type of black nationwide initiative to push these, therapeutic sessions. I mean, you can do it through YouTube and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the black psychologists could get together and start creating.
And that's the things that she does. That's the thing that Joy DeGrew actually does. She actually go and talk and counsel with black folks about the trauma. You dig what I'm saying? I think Umar Johnson said he does the same thing. So, like, black psychologists and psychiatrists definitely are needed because we've been impacted by our trauma, and we still get impacted by it every day. Even with us trying to fight for our liberation, we are still going to get attacked by trauma. Because we've been in a war. And when you go through war, you're going to be traumatized. Like, for instance, 3 cops got shot in Baton Rouge. Rest in peace to those cops, because I don't think they should have got killed. But at the same time, the guy who snapped, he was traumatized. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
He was in there as well in war. You know what I'm saying? But think about him thinking about the centuries of being traumatized. And letting that weigh so much on him that he couldn't figure out no other way but to react that way. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why we really need to seek counseling and counsel each other. If we had a village, we could be able to counsel each other. You dig what I'm saying? But we don't have village no more. Everybody's a lone wolf nowadays. Everybody's out to get the money. Everybody wants Dior deals like A$AP Rocky. You know
what do you think about A$AP? Speaking of A$AP, I was thinking about him too. I was like, we should talk about him.
Yeah.
So A$AP said that he said he was quoted out of context.
Yeah, he did.
When he was talking about how he's not really concerned about the killings and stuff like that because he lives in Beverly Hills and that's not really his concern, and he can't relate basically because he's not there at the moment.
At the moment.
Right.
See, I said something on Facebook. I said, not Facebook, Twitter. I got a lot of retweets for it. But,
So, you might care about your retweets? I'm joking. Go ahead.
That's for real. People don't care. I only got 64 followers.
You just talked about how people only care about their likes.
I did. See, I'm trapped.
I know, right? You sick too, cuz. You sick too.
Right? But for real though, I said that ASAP Rocky is he holding on to the hope, thinking that, you know, as long as I hold on to the hope and symbolic changes, things that I do that symbolize change, like I got a Dior deal.
Who the fuck gives a fuck about his Dior deal?
Exactly. Nobody gives a fuck
What
about
does
it.
it do for us?
Exactly. That's my whole point. I said...
And it ain't gonna make me buy Dior, because that stuff is uber duper expensive.
Exactly. Exactly. But he's like, I'm the first black person to get Dior. Man, that's a problem if you're the first black person in 2016 to get a damn Dior deal. That's a problem to tell you something about their company.
That and like, why is it even such a glorification that you have a Dior deal and you're the first black person? That's us holding the white people up on a pedestal.
Right. White people water is cooler.
Right, exactly. And also, he sounded really out of touch to me.
He is. But like I said, it's like him holding, and he's not the only one. There's a lot of black folks who, melanated people who believe in holding symbolic changes. Shoot, the Barack Obama whole presidency is a symbolic symbol.
Yeah, that's all it is.
You know what I'm saying? And people, and like I said, symbolic change is nothing but a blind eye activism. So when you try to search for symbolic changes, like, look, I did it, you can do it too, bruh. That ain't doing shit for me that you got a Dior deal. That shit ain't doing shit for me that you got money. That shit ain't doing shit for anyone that you making more money than everybody else. Yes, pockets of us can reach that achievement, and yes, it's inspirational, and yes, it's make us hopeful, and yes, you need hope, but at the same time, we living in the real world, and we still getting fucking killed out here, and you're not addressing it. It's total bullshit.
Right, nah. I feel like it's like he doesn't really have an excuse. He's like, he wasn't there, so he can't relate. I wasn't there. Like, you weren't there. A lot of us weren't there.
This is the thing, and he comes from the hood. He comes from being homeless. Like, he can't say he don't relate. He know what the fuck goes on out there. He just don't want to go through that because he's comfortable with the white folks. That's what it
Or maybe he does. Maybe he's scared to get back.
Say something.
Huh?
He's really scared to say something.
That as well as scared to get back in that mindset again. Is that how some people, once they, you know, go through all they went through and they escape the hood and they get out of it, it's like they want to stay as far away from it as possible. So they move to the white neighborhoods and they don't get involved in the different things that happen in the black neighborhoods, and they don't really voice their opinion because it's almost like a traumatic thing. Like, they might go through something mentally if they were to, you know.
But when I heard the interview,
like post-traumatic slave syndrome, shit.
That's exactly what it is. Hey man, you said it right there. But I heard the interview. He's not saying he don't recognize racism. I didn't hear him saying racism doesn't exist. But I hear him saying, what can I do? He learned helplessness. That's where he's at. He in the point where he's at learning